Hey everyone, welcome back to Deep History TV. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the Greek Empire, a civilization that gave us democracy, epic battles, legendary philosophers, and some of the most beautiful architecture the world has ever seen. From the myths of gods on Mount Olympus to the conquests of Alexander the Great, ancient Greece shaped the very foundation of Western civilization. So let's travel back thousands of years to see how this incredible empire rose, thrived, and left a legacy that still impacts our lives today. Let's start at the beginning. Ancient Greece wasn't one unified empire at first. It was made up of city-states, known as polis. Each polis had its own government, army, and way of life. Two of the most famous were Athens and Sparta. Athens was the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and art. Sparta was a militaristic society, training warriors from childhood to serve their city. But even before Athens and Sparta, we had the Minoan civilization on Crete and the Mycenaeans on the mainland. These early cultures laid the groundwork for Greek mythology, trade, and warfare. Now, let's talk about what made Greece stand out. In Athens, around the 5th century BCE, democracy was born. Citizens could gather, debate, and vote on important issues. This was revolutionary in a world where kings and emperors ruled most people. At the same time, philosophy flourished. Think of the names: Socrates, who questioned everything; Plato, who built schools of thought; Aristotle, who laid the foundations for science, politics, and logic. Their ideas shaped not only Greece, but the entire future of Western thought. Without them, modern universities, science, and politics would look very different today. Of course, Greece wasn't just about ideas. It was also about survival. In the early 5th century BCE, the mighty Persian Empire tried to conquer Greece. This led to legendary battles. The Battle of Marathon, 490 BCE, where Athenians defeated a much larger Persian army. The Battle of Thermopylae, 480 BCE, where King Leonidas and his 300 Spartans fought heroically against Xerxes' massive army. The Battle of Salamis, a naval showdown that proved Greek strategy could outsmart Persian power. These victories united the Greek city-states and gave them a sense of pride and identity. After defeating Persia, Athens entered its Golden Age. This was when art, literature, and architecture flourished. The most iconic symbol? The Parthenon, a temple dedicated to Athena, still standing on the Acropolis today. Drama also thrived. Playwrights like Sophocles, Euripides, and Aeschylus wrote tragedies that are still performed today. Sculptors created lifelike statues, and historians like Herodotus and Thucydides began recording history as we know it. This was also the age of Pericles, the great leader who expanded democracy and made Athens the cultural heart of the ancient world. But success often leads to rivalry. Athens and Sparta, once allies, became bitter enemies. Their conflict, known as the Peloponnesian War, lasted nearly 30 years. Sparta's military strength clashed with Athens' naval dominance. In the end, Athens fell, marking the decline of its golden age. The war weakened all of Greece, leaving it vulnerable to new powers. And now comes one of history's most legendary figures, Alexander the Great. Born in Macedonia, Alexander was taught by Aristotle himself. After his father, King Philip II, united much of Greece, Alexander launched an incredible campaign of conquest. In just over a decade, Alexander conquered the Persian Empire, marched into Egypt, and reached as far as India. His empire was vast, the largest the world had ever seen up to that point. More importantly, Alexander spread Greek culture, language, and ideas everywhere he went. This era is called the Hellenistic Age, a time when Greek influence blended with Egyptian, Persian, and Asian traditions. So, what is the legacy of the Greek Empire? It's everywhere. Democracy as a political system, philosophy that shaped Western education, architecture and art that still inspire modern buildings, mythology that continues to fuel books, movies, and video games. Even Rome, which eventually conquered Greece, absorbed its culture. The saying goes, Greece conquered her conqueror, because Roman art, religion, and philosophy were deeply influenced by the Greeks. And today, every time you step into a courthouse with Greek columns, watch the Olympics, or study science, you're seeing the living legacy of ancient Greece. And that's the incredible journey of the Greek Empire, from city-states and philosophers to warriors and conquerors. A civilization that has shaped the very way we live, think, and govern ourselves today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment about your favorite part of ancient Greece, and join us next time as we explore more great empires of history.